with respect to Tumelo Madlala, do you recall when you interviewed him and what he expressed to you about the certainty or uncertainty of identifying the suspects in future should he see them?
No, my lord, I will not recall exactly what he said, but what I do recall, he didn't say he can't identify the person. He was not sure because of the time. At some stage, I'm just not sure whether it's him or it's Mr. Twala. They said it's 50-50. So it wasn't a denial that they can, but there was also no admission that 100% we can because of the time. So they were like in the middle, saying we are not really sure because of the time that has lapsed, my lord.
Hence, I'm saying, Brigadier, I didn't say that. They didn't say they cannot. I said the uncertainty. Uncertainty embraces both sides of the spectrum. I may, I may not. I'm unsure. That's the uncertainty.
I received a call from Colonel Gininda during the course of the day. The colonel informed me that there are suspects that they have identified, and then said, on the said case of the death of Senzo Meyiwa, I was informed that the suspects in questions are suspected to be involved in the said murder of Senzo Meyiwa. The colonel asked me if I will be able to identify any of the suspects I saw when the offense took place in October 2014. I informed the colonel that this incident took place a long time ago and I am not sure if I will be able to identify them. I indicated to him that I am not sure, in bracket 50-50, my lord.
So there we go. That is the cross-examination that was done by Advocate Ramsey Billy as he was questioning Brigadier Gininda there about his investigations that he was doing after Gininda had already identified the suspects and had already arrested them. So those 5 guys were currently in court right now, from Thobisi Mncube to Bongani Ntanzi. They were already arrested and they were already in custody. So there is a critical question that Gininda actually asked Tumelo Madlala to say that, will you be able to identify any of these suspects if they were to be put in front of you? And you heard, that crucial response that Tumelo Madlala gave, to say that the incident actually took place a long time ago, and I'm not sure if I will be able to identify them. So Tumelo Madlala was giving, a 50-50 scenario to say that I may be able and I may not be able to know. But the key issue is that Gininda then did not go ahead to put Tumelo Madlala on an ID parade for him to be able to identify if he can be able to tell any of these suspects if they were the ones that actually came to the Khumalo house. The challenge with Gininda's response, is that Gininda justifies not doing the ID parade because of Tumelo Madlala's 50% certainty and uncertainty. It's a big problem because it does not take us anywhere. That reasoning, is kind of like inconsistent with standard investigative practices, because an ID parade, is precisely designed to test identification, especially when a witness expresses uncertainty, to either solidify or disprove it. So Gininda, he mentioned one critical part, and the critical part is that Makhumalo had done an ID parade some time back, when to that guy Mbata, who was wrongly identified. There is an element of fear in Brigadier Gininda that if somehow Tumelo Madlala identifies the wrong person, it might be a bad, for his investigations. Because remember, these guys were already arrested. They were already in custody. And looking back today, when Gininda asked Tumelo Madlala to say, will you be able to identify any of these guys? That actually occurred, 2 days before the unveiling of the suspects to the public. So there is an element of fear that might have gripped Gininda to say that, what if the outcome is unfavorable for Gininda? What if Tumelo Madlala says none of these guys were inside the Kumalo house? Will Gininda have gone ahead and unveiled these guys before the court? So that's the big problem that is there, that is being exposed by Ramsipili. Because imagine what the public would have reacted like, how the media would have reported the story if these guys were unveiled. But then on top of that, the media then goes on to report that the people that were in the house are saying these guys are not the ones that entered the Kumalo house. It would have looked bad, obviously, for the investigators who would have arrested these guys. So Ramsipili here, with his line of questioning, is exposing Gininda to say that you were afraid that Tumelo Madlala might not have given you the answer that you expected or that you wanted as the lead investigator in this case. So you simply put the ID parade aside. So it's very interesting to note that no ID parade was actually held for any of those 5 guys that are currently in court. So looking at an ID parade, it's a lineup of the suspects, in a criminal investigations, where the witnesses or the victims are actually asked to identify a suspect from a group of people who may resemble, the suspect in appearance. So the purpose is to actually confirm or eliminate a suspect. Another key and very, very big part is that the purpose of that ID parade, it can be to strengthen or weaken the case. A positive identification can strengthen the prosecution's case. A failure to identify, it can weaken the case or even lead, to the suspect's release. So this key part now of strengthening or weakening of the case, it's one of the issues that it may have been lingering, behind Gininda's mind as an investigating officer. But this brings a massive problem. There's a huge flaw with this. A witness can actually say, you know what, that guy is not the one who entered the Kumalo house. That guy is not the one. You have arrested the wrong person. When in actual fact, that suspect is actually the one, because this is a human. The witness is a human being. Yes, the witness was there firsthand and saw what happened, but memory can play tricks, with your head, and they can say that person is not the one when in fact it's actually the one. So there's a possibility eyewitnesses can get it wrong, either by failing to identify the real suspect or by identifying the wrong suspect. So that becomes a problem with ID parades. And did Gininda have any reason, to fear the ID parade? Obviously, the defense would have gone to that evidence, if Tumelo Madlala had said those guys are not the ones, they would have definitely used that evidence in court. And that's why they're actually bringing up the issue. So I can imagine a scenario of him arguing that Tumelo Madlala is wrong. Imagine that in court. So Gininda saw it fit from his perspective, not to go ahead with this ID parade, because it proved to be unreliable, through Makhumalo Senior, who made a wrong identification in the past. So Gininda did not want any of that mess to occur again. Because if a witness says it's not him, and later it turns out it's actually him, the case may collapse, unless there is other evidence like CCTV, DNA, or confessions. So the accused, those 5 guys that are currently in court, they can argue now back and say, you know what? We were denied a crucial procedural safeguard in the absence of this ID parade, despite witness uncertainty. It casts doubt on the reliability of later in-court identifications. Because that same guy, Tumelo Madlala, was then he then started identifying the suspects in court to say, yes, that's the one. So you can see now that's why the accused can actually argue back. They haven't argued in that line of thinking, but they can actually argue back in that way and say, we were denied a crucial step during the investigations, and that should actually have been done for us. But Gininda did not do it. Because if those guys are already in court like that, it's actually easier for somebody to say, yes, that's the one. Because you can't go wrong because the guy has already been arrested. It's a different ball game now if that guy is at a police station in custody, in your code, and say identify. The chances of you saying no, I don't know, they are much, much easier. At least that's how I can see it, because these things, it now plays into psychology. That's what it ends up playing into. So anyway, this is my review of Gininda not doing an ID parade after arresting these 5 suspects. But then later on in court, ID parades started being done, whilst in court. That kind of investigation, obviously, it's favorable to Gininda and unfavorable to the accused. So that's why Advocate Ramsipili was arguing and saying, you didn't do this the correct way, because I'm sure you can see for yourself that psychologically this plays in the hands of Gininda. It's more favorable to Gininda and unfavorable to the accused. But anyway, this is what I got, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.